Okay, so we're back for a third part slash whatever update after the rebuild, or used parts rebuild, whatever. So here it is. Sorry about that, my Galaxy S4 cut off because it ran out of space. So we're going to use my S5, which is equally a big piece of shit as well. Right, so this thing right here, you can buy these off eBay. I bought mine off eBay for I think 13 bucks. It took forever to get here. So if you're in a hurry, go to your machine shop and have it done, or call RB Mods or fucking somebody, because yeah, these take a long time to get here. But these are junk, honestly. They don't really work that well. And if you over tighten it and you over pinch your cylinder, there's no going back. You screwed yourself. So a word of warning, if you're going to do this yourself, be careful, because if you fuck it up, that's it. Especially if it's a rare engine or something. Right, moving on. So we have the back plate on, carburetor on, just like it was before. We'll get to that in a minute. You guys are wondering what oil I use to put my motors together, and I add it to my fuel, is this. I'm not sponsored by Klotz, but I like to use their products because they're awesome. So this is the stuff right here that I use in my engines when I put them together. That's what that red or pink colored liquid is this stuff. It's great stuff. You can add an ounce per gallon too, especially with old engines like this. It'll make them last longer. So this engine has now monster compression. I don't have a pull start off anything at the moment. I'm going to try and use something to prop up my phone. And it's going to stay. Alright. So this is fucking wrong. Don't ever put vice grips on a crankshaft, but this has a flat notched crankshaft. I'm not locking it on that tight, just tight enough to turn the engine. And if we turn, oh, it's not gonna clear the carburetor. But anyways, this thing has monstrous compression now. Really, really good. So, see, no damage. Focus. Oh, it did try to focus. Kinda. Anyways, there's no damage. But yeah, this thing has just monstrous compression now. So, hopefully it'll run. I think it should. I wish the crankshaft was actually longer, because what I was going to do is put it on my engine test stand and put an airplane propeller on it and run it like that for its first tank or so. After you repinch a cylinder and piston, like I did today, that looks better. Anyway, you're going to have to re-break in the engine. No matter what, you're going to have to do a break-in on it again. Because everything's now new and tight. A word of warning, when you're going to do this, I'd recommend, if you can, find a new connecting rod and wrist pin, replace them. Because what happens is, and what could happen to this engine, is the connecting rod, because it's so worn, there's a little bit of slopping, like a little bit of play, and it's used to having like almost no compression. And what will happen is, when you have all that fresh pinch and all that fresh compression like that again, it's going to stress that rod out. And what could end up happening is the rod could break. That's a big possibility. The rod could actually end up snapping or splitting directly down the center, like if it was hit with an axe. That's not always the case, but it can happen. So I thought I'd just throw that out there for anyone that's going to attempt to do this. But like I said, you're doing this at your own risk. If you manage to get one of these pinches on your cylinder and, you know, it works, great. If it doesn't and you overdo it, don't come back at me for it. That's your own problem. You were warned. Anyway. The other thing is, like I said, I got rid of the, what are they, Phillips head screws, and I went with cap-style Allen's cap screws. Phillips screws, in my opinion, are garbage. They should never have been invented. They're the worst thing in the world. Whoever it is should be kicked to the nuts, for real. Yeah, so anyways, This is just a little update video since my S4 ran out of batteries, which is right here, uploading the video that you guys are about to watch. Or you guys have already watched, I should say. So, there's going to be 2 videos plus this one. So, yeah. These things aren't the greatest, but literally to get you out of a pinch, no pun intended, or is it? These work. They do work. Not great, but they work. You know, I mean, I used it with that 18 CVR and it runs fine now. I test started it and it runs again. I am going to buy a new piston and sleeve, but fuck, they're $125 Canadian for a new piston and sleeve for that engine. It's just absolutely retarded expensive. And the piston and sleeve for this engine right here is unobtainable. You can't find them anymore. They're gone. They're all gone. So, I mean, there might be 1 or 2 floating around out there in space somewhere, but... Or maybe someone's got one, but... I've got 1 piston and sleeve. That's brand new in the box. Or the bag, I should say. Which I'm saving, so... But now I know that a pinch for an 18 CVR works with a 12. I can get away with it. But like I said, watch it because your connecting rod might fail on you. That's a big possibility. Other than that, take it easy.